Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is day 5 of the lockdown and today I've got another installment of Konbini Showdown. I went to Lawson, Family Mart and 7-Eleven and this time I'm comparing, drumroll please, fried chicken. I am so excited. Over here we have Family Mart with an original Famichiki and a spicy chicken. Here we have Lawson and 7-Eleven, both spicy chicken. Unfortunately, Lawson did not have an original, so I went for a spicy chicken challenge, but I know a lot of people want to see me taste test the original Famichiki. Let's see how we go with these ones, guys. I am so excited. I think I've mentioned that, but let's get started. The contenders today will be competing in 3 different categories. Number 1, crunch. I'm a big fan of texture if you have realized since watching my videos, so I'm looking for something that has a really good crunch. Number 2, juiciness. I want the inside to be nice and moist and juicy. One of the worst things is dry chicken. I think you guys can agree with that, right? Third category, overall flavor. So I'm looking for spiciness for the spicy ones and a good depth of flavor to the original one as well. This will give them an overall score and then I will rank them finally at the end. So let's eat. So our first contender is 7-Eleven. Let's have a look at her. And just feeling it in my hands, she doesn't feel very crunchy, but I can definitely see spices there, which I'm really keen for. She feels nice and moist though. Itadakimasu. I got some juices. So first impressions, there is no crunch at all to that breading. It is just there for the sake of being there. The inside is actually moist and a bit juicy as well. There is no heat, there is barely any heat at all. It's like a tickle of pepper. Like, why even call it spicy if you're not gonna be spicy? But inside, very juicy. The heat is so weak on this one, so disappointing. But it is super juicy. Like, I had a whole bunch of juices come into my mouth as soon as I took a bite in. There is no crunch whatsoever though. Like, that texture is not there. It's just like, yeah. All right, contender number 2, Lawson. This one already looks like it has a lot more texture to it. And look how red this is. It is ridiculous. I'm expecting a lot of heat from this one. Also, it's much bigger than the other one. I'm telling you now, like, this is huge in comparison. All right, let's try. Mate. So inside it isn't as juicy, but it definitely has that crunch and the flavor is so much stronger. Like, now this is what I wanted. It's not super spicy. The downfall is it's not as juicy. It's still really moist, but definitely not as juicy as the other one. All right, contender number 3, please come up. Introducing the Family Mart spicy chicken. This one is probably the tiniest one out of all of them. It doesn't look that red, especially compared to the Lawson one, but it does look like it has a lot more crunch than the 7-Eleven one. But let's try. Whoa. I'm just gonna let you guys have a look first. It is actually a lot denser than I thought it would be. There is little to no crunch at all. The flavor is a little bit hotter than the 7-Eleven one, I must admit, but it is a bit dry inside, guys, which is kind of disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, nah. Dry, no texture, and like average spice. All right, and now we have a wild card contender. It's Famichiki time. So this is actually the OG. This is the one that everyone says that is their number 1. It is the original Family Mart chicken. So let's have a look. This one is not a spicy one, so I'll be judging it instead of spice on flavor. Looks like it has a lot more texture and crunch to it. So hopefully we have better luck with this one. It's got some crunch. Again, inside it is very dense though, I must admit. A little bit more moist. But I'm sorry to say, guys, not my favorite. So now that the tasting portion is over, it's time to rank them and see who comes out as the overall winner. So now let's go through the categories and give everyone out their points. The maximum amount of points you can get in one category is 5. So all the scores are out of 5. So our first category we're scoring is crunch. 7-Eleven, that was poor form, absolutely horrible, no crunchiness whatsoever, gets a solid 1. On the other hand, Lawson, crunch game really strong, not the most amazing crunchy and crispy fried chicken that I've ever had, so gets a solid 4. Pretty good job. Spicy Family Mart, yeah, nah, pretty underwhelming, but gets a 2. And the Family Mart original, pretty average crunchiness, I reckon. So how about a 3? Yeah, sounds about right. Moving on to our second category, juiciness. Mate, the 7-Eleven one was super juicy though, I must say. Like I said before, there was just juices all up in my mouth, which was really probably the only redeeming factor of that 7-Eleven one. So I have to give it probably a 5 for juiciness. Yeah, tell me about it. It was just all up in there. The Lawson one had a pretty decent amount of juiciness, not as much as the 7-Eleven one, but it was alright, probably average, so I give it a solid 3. The spicy Family Mart one, yeah, nah. No, that was just straight up dry. At the beginning of the video, I specified that I did not want dry chicken, and I got dry as hell chicken, so it gets a solid 1. And I think people are going to be really upset with me, but I have to give the original Famichiki a 2 for juiciness. Maybe it was just a bad batch that I got. I'm willing to give it another shot, but for this one, it has to get a 2. I'm sorry. Let's move on to our final category, which is basically flavor. So the spiciness or the overall flavor of it. 7-Eleven had no spice whatsoever. Super disappointing, gets another 1. Poor form 7-Eleven, I'm telling you now. The Lawson one had the most spice to it, but definitely not hot enough for me to be like, but it is Japan and their spice game is really poor. So I guess it is average for Japanese spice, if I have to be honest. So it gets a solid 3. The Family Mart spicy one though had the same issue, I feel like. Wasn't as spicy as the Lawson one, so has to get a 2. And for the Family Mart original, I'll be basing it off flavor, not spice, because there was no spice to it. It gets a solid 3. It was average, it wasn't mind-blowing, it was good, but I don't think I'll ever crave it anytime soon. So now that the scores are in, it's time to reveal the final rankings. So here are the final rankings. Coming in last with only 5 points, the spicy Family Mart one. Poor form with 7 points, 7-Eleven. This one had so much potential, but it was so disappointing. Coming in second with 8 points, the original Famichiki. It honestly did not live up to its hype, and I hope it's just a bad batch. I'm willing to give it another shot. And coming in at number 1 with 10 points, smoking the competition, Lawson. Alright everyone, that's another showdown completely finished with. I am going to finish the rest of these chickens, and yeah, that's about it. I hope to see you in the next one. Stay home and stay safe, guys. Bye. I'm going to eat these now. Do you reckon I can like with the sandwiches? I'm gonna try. Oh, like bloody hell, it looks like Australia. But where's Tasmania? Oh no.